Hey YouTube, I wanted to do a really quick video before I took a shower and washed my hair this morning. This one's pretty near and dear to my heart, and it's some information that people really need to keep in mind as they go through life. Something I wish that I had in the forefront of my mind every time I went through these situations. So maybe you'll see this video, maybe it'll help. What I want to talk about is two things that happen when people deal with people. You've got the rejection and ignoring, and you've got being made fun of. And so I just want to address those two behaviors, and so you understand what's going on there, and hopefully deal with it. If it ever does happen, you deal with it a little bit better, or in the best way you can. First of all, when people ignore and reject you, what they're doing purposefully is creating a void in your life. Now, the way I handle things when there's somebody that I just can't be around anymore is I tell them specifically, look, it's the cigarette smoking, or it's your mania. You just go crazy and you unload on me and you start yelling and screaming at me. I just can't deal with that. Or it's your anxiety. You know, you get frustrated and then all of a sudden everything's a problem. And I've given people recommendations, you know, try the Bigelow's green tea. That's good for anxiety. You know, get out, get some exercise. But what I don't do is stop talking to people altogether and then ignore them when they try to contact me. I have never ignored somebody when they try to contact me long term. Now I might give them a little bit of space, give myself some space, give myself some time so I have some time to go back and talk to them. But it's never a long-term thing, and I always give people a reason, because people need to know they don't need that void in their life. They need to know, okay, we're not talking anymore, we're not friends because, you know, it's because I'm an alcoholic, or because I make everything out to be about myself. And once you understand that, once you know the reasons why people are putting distance between you and yourself, you can work on those things so you can be a better person. But when somebody leaves you alone and doesn't give you a reason why, that leaves you with wonder. And a lot of times it leaves you with anger and sadness. So why do people do that? Why don't they give you a reason? Irresponsibility, immaturity. You know, that's just those are two uh, what you call it, not traits, but virtues. Those are two virtues that are becoming more and more uncommon in this world. Uh, People don't feel like they owe you an explanation. People just feel like you know, if they want to get away from you, that's it. You know, you just have to accept with it and deal with it and try to figure it out on your own. And, but that doesn't help you, you know, and it also doesn't help that person, because all they're doing, and this leads into the second thing I wanted to talk about, which is people making fun of you. The main reasons why people reject and ignore and make fun of other people, especially when you get to be my age, if people are still making fun of people at 40, pushing 40, then they have an immaturity issue. Like I said, people just don't want to grow up. They don't have to grow up nowadays. You know, there's nothing pressing that says if you stop acting childish, then you're going to accomplish and achieve this. It's just, life is different nowadays. But still, and again, that doesn't make it right. Most oftentimes, I'd say probably about 100%, when people are making fun of other people, all they're doing is transferring their own feelings of reject, their own feelings of inadequacy, lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence. They're transferring that back onto you. And that's a sign that, A, of course, that person has that problem, but B, they see something in you that they wish they could be, that they wish they could have. And because they can't, then they're going to bring you down to their level, or think they're going to bring you down to their level, by making fun of you. Whenever people exhibit that kind of behavior, and especially if they're pushing 40, you really need to pray for those people, because they are not going into a vertical motion. They're keeping themselves at the level that they've always been at. They're not exhibiting the mechanisms that's going to allow them to grow and mature. When people make fun of you, that's just a knee-jerk reaction. They're not thinking about what they're doing, and they obviously don't care about how that makes you feel. So these people you got to pray for. Really, I just wanted to give you some insight as to why people would do or exhibit these behaviors. You know, like I said, I'm pushing 40, but there are still people out there that will make fun of me today. Not just because my hair's crazy, but a lot of times they don't have a reason. They can't come up with a reason. Uh, you know, and at the point where they want to be left alone, confronting them isn't an option. You need to just leave them alone if somebody wants to be left alone. You hope that they come back around, give them some time, but there have been some people where I've given them time and I thought everything was cool. We'll get back together, or I want to get back together. I actually had one girl say, "Tell him I've got AIDS." That's how bad she didn't want to talk to me, because she told our friend, our mutual friend, to tell me that she had the AIDS. So somehow thinking that that was going to make me not want to talk to her. Like, okay, you got AIDS, so screw you. But you know, it just made me pray for her even more. So just keep in mind, people that are doing this are displacing their own self-confidence issues back onto you, and you really need to pray for them and empathize with them. Understand why they're doing this thing. If you're being rejected and ignored and you don't have a reason, you know, you're likely not going to get a reason. But if you feel like rejecting and ignoring someone, give them a reason. Help them become a better person. So the next time you bump into them, it won't be awkward. I appreciate you guys praying for me. I'm definitely praying for y'all. And have a wonderful week. We'll talk to you soon.